What's up, guys? Today on Rebels Off-Road, we have a new product that we're going to be testing out. We got it from our good friends down at the KRX couple, Emily and Tyler. It is their bash plate. So the reason for this bash plate is because these plastics back here are very prone to cracking. In fact, you can see right here, it's already cracked right there. And if you've backed into anything and you don't have something sticking out, I mean, this is sticking out pretty good. So we backed into some stuff and this has actually protected us. But if you don't have the tailgate or you don't have any protection back there, we've had winch lines go flying up into the air intake there. Ask Rudolph Road or Tommy Pueller about that one. And it's a bad day if that happens. You aren't gonna get very far with that having a hole in it. And this is just plastic, and there's a big wide open space here, and this is just a plastic grill. It's not very strong there. It just has some room for improvements. A cleaner look would look nice. Having our logo there would look nice. So all are good reasons for this bash plate. Also, if you want a cutout for tail lights, say you ripped off these plastics here, you've done a tuck or something like that, and you want tail lights, I highly recommend you have tail lights. So if you have done that, you want to put some tail lights in, this is a great opportunity for you to be able to put some tail lights back on your buggy and get that clean, nice look to it. And we've done a little bit of customization to it. You can see that Rebels Off-Road logo and the name of our machine. Yeah, in case you hadn't heard, we have named our two-seater machine the Bypass. It's so that when we go on the trails, I can say, I'm always gonna take the Bypass. So yeah, just a little bit into the crazy mind of Rebels Off-Road and the kind of humor we have here. But we're gonna go ahead and get this bash plate installed from the KRX couple. Let us know. We're gonna be working with them and we're gonna be doing some customization to these bash plates. If you want something in particular in your bash plate, reach out to them, reach out to us, and we can get you hooked up, get you some customization, your logo or you know, your name or whatever you want into your bash plate. We have a CNC plasma set up here and we don't mind doing that. It'll be a little bit extra money, of course, depending on the complexity of the design. But yeah, so just reach out to them, reach out to us, and we'll get you hooked up. But we're gonna go ahead and get this installed on the Bypass. All right, so first step is we got to actually remove this. Unfortunately, there is a bolt, or rather a push pin underneath this basket that is blocked right now. We'll be able to put that back in and put this back on once we have the bash plate on, but unfortunately this little plate is blocking that push pin that we need to remove to get this out of the way. But we're gonna go ahead and take that off. We're going to take our camera off and we're going to take our license plate bracket and mount off and just zip tie it off to the side for now, because we're going to be reattaching it somewhere on there probably once we have it installed, because we're going to still have this be all street legal and everything like that when we are done with it. Now this should be pretty straightforward to you, how to remove the basket. We had videos on how to install it. It's just going to be the opposite of that. But for most of you who don't have a basket or aren't interested in watching this, we're just gonna go ahead and skip over removing that stuff and get to the part that's specific just for the bash plate. Also, please excuse my hair and my voice. I am kind of sick right now. That's why we didn't have a video posted last week. And I wanted to get something out for you this week so we don't go multiple weeks without something. Also, last week was Super Bowl Sunday, and I know a lot of you were watching that. Go Patriots? I don't know. All right, we're back. Did a little YouTube magic and this is all done just like that. So now what we're gonna wanna do is remove these push pins up on top. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 push pins here. And then there's gonna be 2 screws, one right there and one right there. And if you don't have new hardware, you're gonna wanna keep these because they're gonna be reused with this new bash plate. Now this would be a great spot if you had push pin pliers. I do, I just don't know where they're at. So we're gonna be using a flat blade screwdriver and a combination of flat blade screwdriver and probably some of these pliers. Of course, if there's a bunch of dirt like this has, it's gonna be a little bit harder. And we might just go ahead and replace these. Let us know if you need push pins. We have them available for super cheap. Get a bag of like 10 or so from us for not very much money at all. But we're gonna go ahead and remove the rest of them and we'll be back. And then there's these 2 screws right here. As I mentioned before, and that is done. Now this next part might make you a little squeamish if you have nice plastics, but ours are already cracked, and I'm sure a lot of you out there already have cracked plastics, so it probably won't make you as squeamish. But what we're gonna do is we are going to be cutting right along this line here, down this line that's already cracked, as you can see. And then the same thing on this side, down this line and across there like that. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. I'm gonna try this utility blade. You can use a sawzall, you can use a reciprocating saw, you can use hacksaw, you can use all different types of things, but a nice sharp blade on one of these little utility knives should do the trick. All right, and this whole piece, slide out like that. And we can put up our new piece. Sweet. All right, so now we're just gonna add and replace the hardware that we took out. Yeah, like I said, you can reuse the same push pins or put new ones. We're just gonna reuse these ones because they're right here and I don't really care. So I'm gonna go ahead. And you might have to wiggle it around a little bit to get the holes lined up, but it's okay. You can do that. It's just sheet metal and it'll go right back to the same spot that it needs to be at. No problem. And there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and get the stuff back mounted onto it, and we're gonna be backlighting our logo as well as adding the trailer lights, and we will show the finished result here in just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, what we did was we offset it and did a little 3D effect with a powder coated green plate behind it, and it gives it a really nice effect. And what we'll probably end up doing is backlighting it with some LED lights, but looks freaking sick. Now the brake lights and the running lights are pretty sweet as well. So I'm gonna set you up on a tripod and turn those on so you can check them out. So I'm super stoked how this turned out. The customization really, I think, put it over the edge, But this bash plate looks awesome, and it'll protect the airbox from anything hitting it. It just makes it a nice, clean look in the rear without that plastic sticking out. And then we can go ahead and add a nice, clean, close-fitting bumper there to complete that look later on. But yeah, or that KRX couple makes these bash plates, and we did the customization to it. But man, freaking awesome. I'll post a link down in the description where you can get in contact with that KRX couple. Also, you can just reach out to us and we can get you hooked up. These lights I bought on Amazon, I'll post the link down in the description for those as well. I think they're pretty freaking sweet for the price. They cost about 30 bucks for those lights, and they had that cool startup effect. And then the running light and the brake light. You can also swap it out and use it as a turn signal and some other stuff like that. But yeah, super bright. I like the effect of it. I think it looked really, really cool when it turned on. And the brake light is nice and bright when you go to hit the brakes. Yeah, I'm really stoked about this. So definitely worth getting if you're looking to clean up the rear of your buggy. Get your logo out there, get your name on your buggy, get some customization on there. This is definitely a really unique way of doing it. So, well, I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. We do have a subscriber ride coming up. It's gonna be May 1st through the 3rd, and it's gonna be at Windrock Park down in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna have a little bit of, varied in difficulty of trails, and should be a great time down there. We're gonna have a cookout. More details to follow on that, and just a great time riding at those awesome trails down at Windrock. So you're going to want to check that out. I'll post a link down in the description to our Facebook page. That's where our event is. The details of our event is posted. We'll also have the banner, which will have the main details, but feel free to reach out to us via email or Facebook Messenger. Go ahead and smash that like button to subscribe for more great content. See you next time. 'Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning.